Hello, hello, it's Kevin here. Video number 46 in our new series of 101 introductions. So, as you may know, we're searching the internet. What for? For new topics. And when we find them, we make a video about them. And we invite people from IELTS 9 Pro on Telegram to submit some writings for me to assess. So, new topic. Now, this is a reworked essay. We've seen this before about government funding for art, or here, artists, but it's the same thing. So, discussion, opinion. Okay, so there's a bit of a paraphrase here. Okay, some believe, some argue, it has been said, it has been argued. You can make it passive. You can change, funding, expenses, budget, etc. However, while, etc. Right. So, thesis, statement, introduction. But we'll get straight to the essay, and you can look at this later. Some argue that government funding should be provided for museums, painters, and poets. Others maintain should be allocated to more essential services, and I wholeheartedly agree with this perspective. More essential services. So, I'm not going to read it all. You can read it for yourself, but proponents say art is crucial for nation's heritage and identity. If they don't support the artists, it might lose some cultural richness. For example, the Canadian Council for the Arts, and there's other, I don't know if every country, I know some Western countries do have this. I think in the UK they've got the British Arts Council, which is kind of a similar thing. So they provide funding for some artists, poets, etc. And apparently such works enrich the cultural fabric of the nation. Well, could well be. Now, concession, what I recognise the importance of art, I believe that public resources should be directed towards more pressing needs. Healthcare, education. Okay, explain that. There's been instances where taxpayer cash has been used to subsidise some somewhat controversial art, and people were complaining. For example, Andre Serrano's Piss Christ. I'm not going to explain it, so you can Google it and look it up for yourself, but that pissed off, no pun intended, a lot of people. Public funding financed that piece of piss. So, anyway, significant public backlash, etc. In conclusion, while I firmly believe government funding should go on something else. Artists can go on crowdfunding, right? They don't have to have public cash. So, there you go. Pretty straightforward essay. I'll just put it all on the screen, then get it small enough so you can see the whole thing. You can pause it and you can have a good read. Okay, yeah, there you go. That's the whole thing on the screen. Okay. Now, what else do we have here? Well, somebody wrote an essay. Now, I say wrote. I'm not 100% sure, but this looks like a chat GPT. Why? Because it's nearly virtually grammatically perfect, and we don't usually get that from our members. It's, grammatically, linguistically, it's pretty good. I think it's too good. Now, I don't know if that's what they did, but if they did, that's a waste of time because you can't use that in the actual test. So it's just, this is a bit too good, It's like, it's kind of making me a bit suspicious. Anyway, some argue, others contend, I strongly believe. Good introduction. Now, this is a little bit vague. We get the point, but, okay, art cultivates the culture. Art cultivates culture? Okay, what particular society? What particular culture? to accommodate their needs to keep the arts alive. Yes, but if their art's good, they should be able to make a living by their art. If their art's a bit shit, then they might need some funding. So, okay, by investing in artists, the government finds opportunities. So it's making some assertions here, but there's no direct example to prove the point. What government? What country? What artists? What diverse backgrounds? This is why I said this is a bit too ChatGPT, because if you ask them to write you an essay, well, that's the kind of thing that you get. Now, next paragraph's good, but Vincent van Gogh, or Vincent van Gogh, however, is that really a good example of artists supporting themselves? Right, don't forget, Van Gogh, or Van Gogh, I believe in his lifetime, I don't believe he ever sold a single painting. I don't believe he was essentially, he was a bum. He never saw, I don't believe, you can check it out, I don't believe he sold a single painting while he was alive. So I'm not sure about this as an example. You know, composers, authors and poets can thrive. I don't think Van Gogh exactly thrived. Thrived. I don't think so. You know, I think he was constantly scrounging money off his brother, if I remember rightly, or something. But he didn't exactly thrive, and he was not recognised in his lifetime at all. It's only years after his death that he was assessed as a genius. So I wouldn't use that as an example. Okay? And then this is the ChatGPT thing that I keep seeing all of the time. A balanced approach is essential. An equitable distribute. You know, it's like, okay, 261 words could be a little bit longer, but you know, if you put that question into ChatGPT or Grok on X, this is the kind of essay you're going to get. If you don't believe me, go try it out. Go check it out. Now, some introductions. Okay, that's good, but that looks a bit chatty. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no grammar. There's no. When I see this, it's like it looks a bit chatty to me. Chatty GPT, you know. Others contend, I contend. Okay. I'll discern I'll reserve my judgment. Now, I keep posting sentences to avoid. Right. Examiners have said. IELTS Liz says. IELTS Advantage says. All the other online IELTS teachers say, don't put, it is a contentious, a controversial. No, it isn't. Right? So, and they don't like it when you say it is. But that aside, it's a waste of words. There are some arguments which will be discussed, followed by me. Why don't you simply, right, answer the question? Answer the question. Right? Answer the question. Answer the question. That's a waste of words. It tells me nothing. Nothing at all. And examiners don't like it when you do it. Okay? That's the one that we've just saw, the full essay. In the present time? You mean at the present time? Or currently? Has there been? Okay. So, but that aside, that's not bad. We usually allocate funds. You can budget as a verb. We don't usually allocate a budget. You can budget, but to allocate funds to support them. Okay, so like I say, when I see, perfectly written pieces with no grammar or punctuation or spelling at all, no errors at all, I start thinking, Is our group so good that all the members have suddenly magically improved their English writing skills? Is that the case? I hope it is. However, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, hope that helps. That'll do for today. I'll just leave that essay there. Links below if you're watching on YouTube. Oh dear, sorry. Yawn. I've been up early. Sorry. Links below if you want to contact me, if you want to join our group. And I'll see you later. Okay, doke.